So, I said alright, just FYI. I noticed I did that a lot when sending personal information to someone that was helping me through this and develop this process. Gave me all the keys, told me exactly what to do, but I knew the tech behind it to help others out. So, these videos from this point on is just an example, okay? So, underdog, if you listen to the story, you'll understand it's beginning. So, with each video, each step, it's an adventure story. So, if you've watched other videos, you'll know to chime back. I'm going to try not to repost stuff anymore. I was just trying to prove a point about the numbers that I needed to address. So that's BIRD, which I think I have that written in this top one. C. And then 31 is ASCII for USE, so use, okay? Anyways, my goal for this video is to explain the downward view, and then going upward, it's just fuck it. So, each one of us has a timing that we know, and that's what people gauge us off of. They have certain expectations. But internally, there's this other mechanism that gauges our neurological responses. For coughing, which I addressed in the 29-minute video right there, by holding back on the cough, and eventually you get to the point to where you can push it until it goes away. You still need to cough eventually. But you can carry yourself to the bathroom or do whatever, but it's outside of that other person's mechanical response. You stop being a part of that conversation, because that neurological response, the prefrontal cortex, is saying your throat is itchy, cough, 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 and then everyone coughs right behind it. So, and then they know that their internal thought process was just to analyze. That's really basic old school tricks. But this is about video creation and starting out. Like, if you go back to my beginner video, I spoke very clearly of what I wanted to achieve. And then I waited. I lived a little. I let it process. I thought I was a failure. I lost contact with some close friends, and then basically, whatever contact I did have, I blew them out of the water. I said, here's the deal, I'm being for real with you, I'm being as honest as I can be, but it's not making sense. And I hear you, I understand what you're saying, and your conversation, which, that insightfulness, like, it's this, and I would have to gauge this with an old video with Lisa. Lisa just knew the conversation that I had. Like, there's no way she would have got the information. There's absolutely no way. Offline phone, Wi-Fi once, so that would be AI triggered her to figure it out. So I can explain that. That's super simple. But she innately was trying to spell out, and so back to the beginning. That friend, the words were so potent that it took me a while to process and get my shit in order. So in the beginning, when you're starting your channel and you're tearing apart my videos or whoever's videos, try to turn the spotlight on you. And then do it. Let it sit for a little bit. Let it grow in your mind. And then do a closer one. So in this 29-minute video, I discuss a card thing. If you go back down and look for 2918 again, which is, it's one of the newer ones. So 2918 right there. Just audio, sorry. So I think in the description I may have written some stuff or I may have not. I don't know. There's a card one that does a close one. It's one of these. It may have been Funsies ordered random. That may have been it, but it's one of these that shows how it's this last one. I'm most guaranteed about trust. Laying cards down just out of you're learning a process, one single process that you can do. You just have to remember to count. All right, because what happens in carrying on conversations as you do it, and then you'll see that cough that they're doing to get answers, you're doing to yourself at that point, is the best way to explain it. So based off of an unexplained energy source, which is everything around us, but we're all trying to define this thing. I'm not trying to define it. What I'm trying to do is show you the process of how I navigate information. Immediate lie detector. So figure out your own process. If you speak a different language, figure it out for your language. There's probably a different process or different number set, but still the same binary process. So that allows you to tap into that unspeakable magic, that imagination. So I want to get back to drawing. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll walk ourselves back. So I had suggested it one. I'm not sure if I did it online or not at this point. One, I apologize to my boss at Blockbuster. All right, there was 2 signs that said specifically, "Do not use alley," and I did. I lied to her and then walked out. So, but there was a breakdown in communication on my part and my interpretations. So, and right now I'm emotionally distraught, and I know that if I read that, I'm going to feel morally obligated as a human to talk to her and apologize and explain the situation. But the fact of the matter is this is a growing process as a unit that I'm doing for myself. So I know if I'm 100% honest in the appropriate manner in a public domain, then others are able to replicate that. They can use my story or my first footstep as their beginning point to break into the conversation. So I addressed that, I think, in this same video, that a millionaire or a billionaire would have the same connective properties to their situation, and they would be able to explain it. But maybe they don't want to start in by talking about their stuff because it would seem like they're gloating about their money. So when you're first starting out, we'll restart it. You're growing the spices for your stew or whatever you want to develop in your mind as making sense to you. But you put the seeds out there, and you just make sure to water them. And my practice for watering them is to look at them until I don't need to look at them again. I don't obsess. I don't watch it over and over again. I give it a few days, and then I look at the list, and I'm like, okay, this one seems to call out to me, so I go ahead and watch it again, and it usually progresses in the next new video. So then you're refining it. You're basically taking all your experiences up to that prior point, and then taking the good stuff out. And then you're making a hybrid plant at that point. So, and then you're planting a video, a new seed, with a new experience, a new journey, all that stuff. So, and we've been doing this for a while. I'm just putting a name and instructional set to it. So I'm going to cash out on that, and I'll talk to you later, and good luck on starting your own product. All right, talk to you later.